Hey, yo, this is Dash, and today I want to talk to you about something. Every now and again, someone asks me the difference between the Canik Rival SFX the Canik Rival SFX-S, so the steel, and the TTI Combat. So today I'm going to definitively talk about the pros, the cons, the differences, and we're going to shoot them all back to back. Also, I'm going to weigh them to see how much they all weigh. First and foremost, welcome back to my channel. And if this is your first time coming to my channel or seeing a video of mine, welcome to my channel. But today, again, as I stated, I have the Rival SFX, the Rival SFX-S for steel, and the Canik TTI Combat. So I guess first things first, let's just weigh them and see how much they all weigh. And I'm gonna be weighing these in pounds and ounces. So this particular, this Rival, this is the Rival Blackout. It has the Canik M02 or M02 optic on it. I don't think all these pistols do have optics on them, but I don't think this optic or the optic is going to make it much of a difference. Also, all of the pistols are free and clear, so the YouTube counterterrorism unit will not flag my video. But we're gonna close this and weigh the SFX. It comes in at 1 pound 10 ounces or 10.1 ounces. So 1 pound 10.1 ounces. The SFX Rival S comes in at 2 pounds and 8.8 ounces. Now, of course, these are all unloaded, and there is no extra weight on any of these pistols. And the TTI Combat, it is sporting the EPS carry, and on the Rival S, I have the Holosun 508T. All right, the TTI Combat comes in at 1 pound 10.4 ounces, so it is, for all intents and purposes, the same exact weight as the Rival, the regular Rival. But the TTI Combat, now this is the original TTI Combat. This is not the Smoke Edition. I do not have the Smoke Edition yet. If someone wanted to donate one to me, then sure. But it is compensated, so it has a slightly longer barrel that is compensated. But other than that, ergonomically, these pistols are almost all the same. They have very similar grips and angles. The Rival and the TTI Combat, the major differences between them are in the grip texture. The grip on the TTI Combat is way more aggressive than it is on the Rival, in a good way. I've had some people tell me that they don't like the more aggressive texture, but I like it. It fits in my hand, it sits in my hand, it does not move around in my hand. I can definitely hold on to and control this pistol with no problem. Now, the difference between the grip on the Rival S and the TTI Combat, this whole module comes off in the back versus just the back strap comes off on the TTI Combat and the regular Rival. Obviously, the steel is substantially heavier. It is one of those things where you cannot understand how much heavier and how good this weight feels in the hand. It just feels great in the hand, and that extra weight is not cumbersome. It's not a negative thing. There are also other things that you can do. I'm pretty sure Taylor Freelance has some additional back straps, and or from Canik you can get different, grip module type back strap that is even more or can possibly add even more weight to this. But this pistol just out of the box, it fits into my hand perfectly. It is a full-size grip. Now they all are full-size grips, all three, and pretty sure they all have the same grip length. Obviously they all seem to have the same grip angle as well. Yep, all same grip length. Though I do believe the grip on the SFX is a tad bit wider, but they shoot very similarly. Speaking of shooting, let's head out to the range. Today, I'm going to be shooting the Canik Rival SFX, the Canik Rival SFX S, and the Canik TTI Combat. I get questions all the time asking what's the difference between the Rival and the Rival S, and also how does the TTI compare to the Rival S? So I have 15 rounds in each of the firearms. We're going to just shoot them. All right, so I'm going to start with the Rival, and this Rival has this is the Mechanic optic on it. I'm going to be honest with you guys, the Mechanic optic is not my favorite. This is the M02. This is the one with the open emitter in the back, and it is dot only, but I'm going to shoot it for you guys. So there's 5 rounds of that one. We're gonna put it down. We're gonna go with the steel. This one has the Hollow Sun. This is a 508T. And let me turn it on. Maybe, maybe not. Oh, it looks like I need to tighten it and change the battery. So we're just gonna shoot it. All right, we'll put that one down. And then last but not least, I have the TTI Combat. And this one, I have a EPS carry installed on. And this one, and we'll put that one down. Of the 3, obviously, the stainless steel sits flatter because that weight of the pistol is going to keep maintain and hold everything down. But at this point, I have 10 rounds left in each of the pistols. I'm just gonna dump them, and I'm gonna put this in like slow motion so you guys can see how they all fire and perform. What's crazy is I didn't notice very much difference shooting them, but I'm interested to see what the footage shows between the muzzle flip and the rise and other things like that. I won't know until I'm editing, and I'll point it out, maybe put some text somewhere on the screen as I'm editing. All right, welcome back to my kitchen. And as you saw, there was not very much difference between the 3 of these pistols shooting. They all shot very similarly. The steel definitely had, in my opinion, what was less felt recoil. The TTI Combat had more felt recoil than I thought it was going to have. And of course, the Rival is going to have less recoil than a full-size pistol with a smaller barrel. The fact that this has I won't say an extra barrel, but I believe it's a 5¼ inch barrel on this pistol does help with the muzzle flip, but there was indeed some muzzle flip, as you saw from the video, the slow-mo, and me shooting. But shooting them back to back to back, I didn't notice a difference between them to say, oh, this one shoots the best out of all three of them. I believe it's going to be more subjective and how you run your pistol. If you're running a specific competition that will allow you to run this pistol, then run this pistol. If you run a competition that will allow compensated pistols, then maybe you run this pistol. If you are running a competition that does not allow extra weight, or the pistol has to be under, or has to be a polymer frame and not a full metal frame, then maybe you'll run this pistol. But if you are getting into competitions, I'm sure all three of these pistols would do fine. Now, as far as carrying, I have carried the TTI Combat. I carried it for a few weeks I'm gonna say over the summer, but I carried it for a few weeks just to say that I did. But for the most part, I'm carrying a full-size pistol that has a slightly smaller barrel. So I'm carrying the SFT or an SFT Pro, or the SFT Pro is my current winter carry. But I did in fact carry the TTI Combat. It is doable. As far as the steel, I'm sure there are people out there that'll probably comment on this video down below that says, I carry the steel every single day and I do this and I do that. And sure, you might have a heck of a set of suspenders, a really nice belt, or you might carry it in a bag, because this thing being on my waist with rounds in it, that's not my cup of tea. Is it doable? I'm sure it is. I'm sure there are people out there who do carry it. Just not my thing. And as far as the rival, same thing. I know there are people out there that carry SFXs, so carrying the SFX rival is probably no different. My thing is, I don't need that extra length on the barrel for my carry pistol. All I'm really concerned about is a full-size grip. The fuller the grip, the more confident I am in, target acquisition and getting on target and being able to remedy the threat, if you so choose to say. But between the three of these, honestly, my best advice to you is, if you are trying to decide between the Rival S, and the TTI Combat, one is going to be budget. The Rival is going to be less expensive than the steel and or the TTI Combat. The steel, probably depending on where you get it, and if you can find it used, which you can, you might be able to find the steel for a steal of a price and a slightly less or lower in price than the TTI Combat. But with the fact that the second colorway, or the TTI Combat Smoke, which is the grayed out or black and grayed out version of the TTI Combat, has been released, the regular or the original first run TTI Combats in this, I think it's called burnt bronze color, they're coming down in price because people have traded them in and are trading up for the blacked out version, which, I mean, if one fell into my lap, I wouldn't kick it out of bed. All right. So I don't have a definitive, this is which one you need to get. My definitive answer is, you need to try all three. And not only do you need to try all three, but you need to shoot more than just these three Caniks. Again, my personal favorite, or my current carry, and I won't say personal favorite because having a favorite is kind of like picking my favorite child, but having my current favorite carry, is going to be the SFX Pro, or excuse me, SFT Pro, and it checks all of the boxes. It comes with a flat trigger, it is 5 inches long, it has a full-size grip, it has lightning cuts on it, it is optic ready, it has a threaded barrel, though I don't necessarily need the threaded barrel for anything right now. But that is the one that is checking the boxes for me. That's the one that's doing it for me right now. And I mean, a close second will probably be the TTI Combat of these three that are here. The steel is just, it's something to behold. It's something to shoot. And once you shoot it, you'll be like, okay, I get it. I get it. There's no other way to explain it, because you won't understand how it feels in the hand, how confidence inspiring it is, because it does not try to jump out of your hand. It does not raise your hand up. It really just allows you to stay on target. Seriously, just allows you to stay on target. The Rival and the TTI Combat, I will say you probably have to work to stay on target just a little bit more, but this, the steel, it makes it effortless because the weight brings your, the weight just brings your hand and settles your hand right back where you fired from. So thank you so very much for clicking on this video, for checking me out. If you haven't already, please take a moment to leave me some feedback down below. If you like what you saw today, if you learned something, please, like I said, leave me feedback below and tell me what it is you liked, what it was you liked, and or what I could do better. Anyway, thank you guys so very much again, as always, for watching. I'll see you next time. I guess I should clean these guys now.